Imam Al-Ghazali. Al-Ghazali was born in the year of 450 Hijriah, same of 950 after century, in a village called Ghazala, which is a village on the outskirts of Kota Tus, a district in the province of Khurasan. His surname was Abu Hamid Muhammad ibnu Muhammad ibnu Ahmad Al-Ghazali Al-Tusi. The title of Abu Hamid at the beginning of his name is a tribute to his son who died in infancy. Yet there are some scholars who say that the title of Abu Hamid is a nickname simply because he had no son. He was a Persian polymath who was one of the most prominent and influential philosophers, theologians, jurists, logicians and mystics of Islam. According to historical records, Al-Ghazali was a Persian, although most of his works were written in Arabic. He also has another brother named Ahmad and several sisters. Al-Ghazali was married before he reached the age of 20, but historical records do not explain the name of his wife. As a result of the marriage, he was blessed with 4 children, which is a son and 3 daughters. He died on 19 December 1111 after the century at the age of 52.
Imam Abu Hamid Al-Ghazali or Imam Al-Ghazali contributions and achievement mostly comes from his writing. It is said that hundreds of works are contributed by Imam Al-Ghazali, but only 62 are confirmed that is directly written by Imam Al-Ghazali. His writings are generally well received by many scholars. One of them, Imam An-Nawawi, once said, "The book of Ihya Ulumuddin can almost take the place of the Quran." The book that is mentioned by Imam An-Nawawi is of course Imam Ghazali's most prominent work, Ihya Ulumuddin, which means the revival of religious knowledge or science. It covers almost all fields of Islamic knowledge or science. For example, Islamic jurisprudence, kalam or theology, and mysticism. However, that is not all. On top of his most prominent work, his contributions also come from his clarification in his writings on philosophy. There are 4 works written by him mainly on philosophies, which are Maqasidul al-Falasifah, Tahafut al-Falasifah, Mi'yar al-Ilm, and Al-Munkid min al-Dalal. In Maqasidul al-Falasifah, he explains about the Arabic tradition of Aristotelian philosophy, the intention of philosophers on their philosophy theories, and the position of philosophy. Hence the name Maqasidul al-Falasifah. Then in Tahafut al-Falasifah, which is his continuation on Maqasid, he further reaffirmed his highlighted point in the Maqasid, which is the position of philosophy. And he also further added his criticism on philosophers' theories and discussed their opinions, especially on the matters of God. After that, he continues his work on Tahafut with Mi'yar al-Ilm, with the intention that it helps readers to easily understand the issues that have been brought up in Tahafut al-Falasifah. Lastly, in Munkid min al-Dalal, he further explained that he does not see philosophy to be prohibited in religion as it is not related at all to religion. Imam Al-Ghazali's contribution, especially on philosophy, certainly have an effect to not only Muslims that are trying to learn philosophy, but his works also expanded to Europe, which led to the birth of the age of modern research and the age of enlightenment.
There are many thoughts or opinions given by Imam Ghazali during his life. For example, he defines science as al-ilmu ma'rifah ash-shay' ala ma huwa bihi. It means the science is knowing something which is the object according to the thing itself. In terms of education philosophy, Imam Ghazali said, knowledge exists potentially in the human soul like the seed in the soil. By learning, the potential becomes actual. He also gave thoughts on the economy. He said that engage in legal economic activities were fardu kifayah. Economic activity must be based on the goal of happiness in the afterlife.
I will present on the discovery of Abu Hamid al-Ghazali, well known as Imam al-Ghazali. Imam al-Ghazali has introduced Avicennan ideas into Ash'ari Kalam, which related to human psychology and the rational explanation of prophecy. He explained that the Sufi masters are endowed with inspiration, or we say it as ilham, similar to prophecy. Imam al-Ghazali found that the prophets and awliya have access to knowledge superior to that available solely through reason. Besides, Imam al-Ghazali was one of the first Muslim jurists who introduced the consideration of a public benefit, or in Arabic said as maslahah, into Muslim jurisprudence. The jurisprudence or faqih should aim at safeguarding these five necessities, or we say it as at-daruriyat al-khamsa, in his legal judgments. In recommending this, Imam al-Ghazali practically implies that a maslahah mursala, or in Arabic word is masalih mursala, is considered as a valid source of legislation.